Welcome into Sportsmemo's betting podcast for Monday, June 24th with Teddy Covers breaking down the MLB card on Monday's slate. Teddy, how you doing? Welcome to the podcast.
I'm doing all right, Drew. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing pretty good. We got a busy Monday here. Not necessarily a huge MLB card, but a lot of games on the board with interest. Let's start up at the top of the card. We got the Mets with Steven Matz on the hill coming from the left side versus their NL East rivals, the Philadelphia Phillies, with Eflin on the hill. Eflin and the Phillies commanding a minus 125 price tag. Total of 10 now. Matz has been had two rough outings in a row, giving up 5 earned runs in his last 2. Eflin's been good. I like the Phillies here. Teddy, how do you feel?
I have a hard time backing either one of these two teams today, to be perfectly honest. I mean, it's hard to picture a worse run for the Phillies. They're 1-9 their last 10. They've lost 7 in a row. Booed off the field again yesterday after getting swept by the Marlins over the weekend. The quotes coming out of the locker room were okay. Gabe Kapler, it's ebbs and flows. It's times of poor performance and times of success, and we'll get together as a group in tough times. We fight together. That's what we're doing now. All right. That's the kind of quote we're looking for. Jay Bruce, quote, we're much better than what we've played. We're a good team, a very good team. This is going to turn. Sure, it is going to turn. Do I want to lay a price with the Phillies at home right now off back-to-back home sweeps? I do not. And then the Mets, Callaway going nuts at the reporter yesterday. That tells you how tough things are in New York. The media's turned on this team. The Mets are going through their own rough run. With 4 games under 500, underachieving team. You say Matz has been pretty good of late. Yeah, Matz doesn't have a good track record against the Phillies, not at all. You can understand why this total is where it is, with 10 and 10s with juice, and even a couple of 10.5 starting to pop up on the Sportsmemo live odds screen.
Teddy, we got the Battle of the Sox here. The White Sox visiting the Red Sox in Fenway Park. The Red Sox commanding, minus 165 to minus 170. Total at 9 here. Giolito on the hill for the White Sox. And if you're a best baseball bettor out there, he's been good, Teddy. And but last time out, he got kind of banged up by the Cubs, I believe. So interesting to see if he's on bounce back mode or what. But are you interested in getting involved in the Battle of the Sox tonight?
Yeah, it's a tough bounce-back spot, facing that Red Sox lineup in Fenway. And make no mistake about it, the public has fallen in love with Giolito. The advanced metric bettors have not. His xFIP is a full run higher than his ERA. He has a low ground ball rate. He has an extremely low home run to fly ball ratio, meaning that when they're getting the ball in the air, they haven't hit it out of the park against him. That is unsustainably low for Giolito. So the market's not really excited about him, even though obviously he's been, at times this year he's been truly elite. And the White Sox are playing good ball right now. 13 and 10 their last 23. Jose Abreu. For all of us who've been here a few years, we're in this moment now. We're realizing all the process is coming together. With all the kids playing good, we still have plenty of room to improve, and that's exciting. We're just scratching the surface of what we're able to do. Now it's our responsibility, the old guys, to guide these young guys and try to push them and get better every day. I like all the intangibles about the White Sox right now a lot more than I like the intangibles about the Red Sox. Boston blowing a 6-0 lead on Saturday, much to my chagrin. And then yesterday with a complete no-show. In theory, it's a bounce-back spot, and certainly Rodriguez has been pretty good. But you can understand why Giolito, even though the wise guys aren't on him, he's been good enough. And the White Sox have been good enough, perhaps, to attract some attention as an underdog, especially with Boston off a complete no-show on Sunday.
Talking with Teddy Covers here, breaking down the Monday night MLB card. And Teddy's been good. Not only in MLB, all of 2019, he's up, 43.4% net gain on the year. He's got his Monday night moneymaker up for just $9 at sportsmemo.com. It's $9 Monday. All plays discounted to just $9 today. And guys, don't forget about his NFL season over-under wins report that is up and available at sportsmemo.com. Release date is the end of July. And keep in mind, he's up over 70% lifetime off of a 5-0 2018 report. So that is in fine shape at sportsmemo.com. Check it out there exclusively at sportsmemo.com. And also, when you buy his NFL or his NFL college football full season, we include the report free of charge. Teddy, let's move down the card here. We got West Coast action. Dodgers, Arizona Diamondbacks, Kershaw coming from the left side, of course, commanding a minus 130, minus 135 price tag at the Arizona Diamondbacks with Greinke on the hill. Two big names here on the pitching mound, Teddy. 8.5 being the total. You looking to get involved out west?
There's only one big name. There's only one big name here, and that's Clayton Kershaw. All right? You know, the Dodgers are 11-1 behind Kershaw this year. They closed out last year behind Kershaw 8-0. That's 19-1 his last 20 starts. All right? So it's not only when he's good, it's when he's mediocre, it's when he doesn't have it. These are the games that the Dodgers are like, we're winning these games. Dodgers are winning every game right now. I mean, the back-to-back-to-back walk-offs over the last 3 days, all with rookies hitting the walk-off home run, mind you, for L.A. So a team that, they have all veterans. They don't have the young talent. Yeah, they do. The D-backs went 6-0 in April for Greinke. They're 4-6 in his other 10 starts. He got lit up in his only previous appearance against the Dodgers. The current Dodgers have a 995 OPS against him and a solid 173 at-bat sample size. I understand you look at the names and say, all right, these two teams, these two pitchers are both elite. Kershaw's at a different level, and the Dodgers behind Kershaw are at a different level. It'd be LA or pass for this better.
And we got another one here on the West Coast, a nightcap. Colorado at San Francisco. John Gray versus Drew Pomerantz going for the Giants. 7.5 being the total. Looks like Colorado, you just talked about the Dodgers. They had a tough time against them, and they're commanding a minus 115 price tag on the road against the lonely Giants, although they're hitting better. However, Drew Pomerantz on the hill, he hasn't been good at all, Teddy. You looking at getting involved in the nightcap?
Yeah, I mean, look, Gray hasn't been that good either. He's taking a ton of money in this ball game. I'm sorry, the money's coming on Pomerantz against Gray. You can understand why. When you look at some of the Gray's numbers, a 322 BABIP, batting average on balls in play. In theory, that's supposed to go down. His home run rate, a little bit too high. 19.4% of fly balls against him have gone out of the park. So that means his xFIP is lower than his ERA. And normally, when you see the guy whose xFIP is lower than his ERA, they tend to take money. That's not the case with Gray and the Rockies today. Obviously, when you lose back-to-back-to-back in walk-off style, that's a little bit frustrating. And Pomerantz, he's shown signs. I'll just put it that way. He does have a good track record against the Rockies lineup that he's facing. So I can understand why San Fran's taking money. They're certainly in better current form right now than the Rockies are, even though Colorado probably the better of these two teams.
Teddy, we got time for one more here. Forgot about the Braves and Cubs. This is a big one. We got Julio Teheran on the hill for the Braves. John Lester on the hill for the Cubs. Cubs commanding minus 130 to minus 135 price tag. And the total's been bumped up here. A full run, 10.5 to 11.5. Just by the look of it, looks like the wind is blowing out in Wrigley, if I had to guess. I haven't made a bet on this one yet, Teddy. Are you involved with the Braves and Cubs?
Yeah, this is my play, my service play for tonight. I've gotten involved with a wager on this game. I've advised my clients to do the same. If you want my opinion and a full breakdown for this, of course, you can read my analysis right now at sportsmemo.com, available on $9 Mondays, obviously, for only $9.
All right, Teddy. Good stuff, as always, on the MLB board. Guys, remember his NFL season win totals package up and available at sportsmemo.com. Up over 70% over all the years, lifetime. 5-0 last year. Teddy, usually we break down a subject or two in the NFL. If you could just give the listeners, a couple guys reaching out on Twitter, how's the stadium looking there in Las Vegas?
It looks cool, I'll tell you what. It does. You can actually see the progress. You can see it from the highway as you're driving by on the west side, and the sides are almost done. And then after that, I think they're putting the roof on. So it is apparently construction is going on time, and things should be ready for the Raiders' arrival at the start of the 2020 season.
Teddy, you were the one that said that Las Vegas does big construction projects really well, right?
Really well. Yeah, but I mean, there's no downtime in the winter. There's no downtime for rain, and we have a bajillion of them. So we do, the projects in Vegas tend to get finished on time at a level that they just don't get finished on time in other cities.
Good stuff as always, Teddy. Always fun on Mondays, guys. You can catch Teddy on the Sports Memo podcast. It's $9 Monday, and Teddy's got his moneymaker up and available at sportsmemo.com. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow talking CFL with Andrew McGinnis, who's 6-0 to start off the year. He'll be on tomorrow's podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Best of luck with your bets.